Hey guys, so in today's video, we're going to be talking about how to start an AI automation agency. And we're going to be covering some basic topics on how to start an agency, what is an agency, and why this could be one of the best opportunities over time. What's the learning curve, how to get your first clients, and other opportunities surrounding AI. So now, number one, what is an AI automation agency? What do you do in an AI automation agency? To keep it simple, you use the new technology that came out, such as ChatGPT, other AI models, whether that's generative AI or language models, LLMs. You use them and you help businesses make better decisions in their business. So that's what we're going to be talking about. And essentially, that's what AI is. Um, you have large language models like ChatGPT, Gemini, and you can use them to significantly improve tasks. Now, the confusion though is that most businesses they don't know how to use AI. They're not too sure on how to use it to implement in their day-to-day workflow. So, what you have to do as an AI automation agency or a consultant is you have to come up with a solution for the business owner, and it's going to be different for every single one. Now, just to go over some basics, here we have N8N, Make. These are the two tools I know. And what they are essentially is they let you connect different tools and create workflows. So, for example, let's say you want ChatGPT to write a message. You can have that happen quite easily actually using Make or N8N. You connect ChatGPT and your whichever service you're using, Outlook, Gmail, you could connect it and get you can easily have it write emails for you. That's one of the most basic automations that you could build. So, and then there is N8N. N8N, as of late, has been getting way more traction. And just to kind of go over it, this is a basic workflow on create user form submission, AI tool agents. It does something, it has a pre-prompt, it's prompted to do something. And as you can see, you can build a lot. So you can build almost anything you think about. So if you want to build a tool that tells you the weather every single day in the morning, 6 a.m., you can have that. So automations are endless. But the thing is, that's exactly what beginners get confused about. Like, what do I learn? Right? And it's not a straight line. That's the thing. But you can try to learn as many things as you possibly can. It'll definitely help kind of building end-to-end tutorials or AI automation tutorials. That's where you can start, and that's where I would recommend you to start. But but yeah, I would say the learning curve for something like this is anywhere from 3 months to about a year, depending on what you want to do with it and what's your plan. So, in a nutshell, if I was to describe AI automation agency, is you take your services, AI services, and it could be anything. It can be generating images for articles, it could be generating images for social media, content for social media, all the way to automating their phone lines. That's why there is such a long, there's such a big gap between what you can do with AI and what people may need. It's a spectrum. It's not just one service, it's a big spectrum, right? So you can go ahead and start learning from basic YouTube tutorials. One of the best channels I found is this guy over here, Nate. I'm sure if you're watching this video, you've seen him. And Nate has a bunch of courses. Now, the interesting thing is, Nate started this channel 10 months ago, and fast forward to now, He's got 390,000 subscribers. He's got a school community where he teaches it. And if I'm not mistaken, Nate's currently making well over $300,000 a month with AI automation. And if you take into consideration when he started, it's only been about 10 months, 11 months. So the opportunities are really endless when it comes to AI and where it's going. Now, another thing we could discuss, yeah, so the learning curve, like I said, about, I would say, anywhere from 3 months onwards of 1 year. That's your learning curve. That's what you're looking at. Um, so it's not too bad. How to get your first client and start the snowball effect. So most of the time, the hardest thing to do is getting started and getting that first client. Because when you get your first client, two things happen. One, you get paid, which is really good. And second, you build this mental proof of concept. And beginners usually struggle here so much because we tend to think that, you know what, these things don't work for us. And you get stuck and you give up before you perspire to something bigger. So how to get your first client? I would say the easiest way to get your first client is probably on Upwork. Before you get into cold outreach, sending emails, and doing all of that stuff, I would say doing applying on Upwork. There's tons and tons of jobs on Upwork. It's a good platform. Let me see if I can log in and show you. If you just search AI, there's a lot of stuff here. Um, Whatever. I have to sign up, but either way, there's a lot of uh, there's a lot of stuff on Upwork, and you can apply for these jobs. And again, like I said, it's not easy. Like you're not gonna sign up for Upwork and get your first client right away. It'll take you some time. So just remember that, and don't give up when you're applying on Upwork. So that's how you can get started. Now, what are the other opportunities around AI? If you don't want to get a client, and if you don't want to work for clients, something that you could do, and I've seen this trend pop up quite a bit, is you can build AI apps and then list them on iOS, or list them up on what do you call the Android store, Google store, whatever. So you can do that as well. So you can have ChatGPT or any tool that can program. You can easily program something using ChatGPT and just make these apps and list them. And the idea would be to make about, let's say, 100, 200 apps, list them all, and see what happens and whatever sticks. Let's say one of them makes you $10 a day. That's pretty good. For starting out, that's $10 a day. That's still going to yield you $300 a month. That's remarkable. So there's that. There's what Nate is doing right now. He's teaching it, and it's just interesting because you could learn for 6 7 months. You could just master whatever you need to master, make videos on YouTube, and then you could teach it. And if you go on, let's say, let me just open up school. If you were to check out a school community, 2,700 members at $89 a month. So let's do quick maths. So that's 240K. So this gentleman over here is making $240,000 a month simply by teaching this thing that he learned 10 months ago. He went to high school longer than he than he spent learning this stuff. So that's another opportunity around AI. You can just simply try and learn it and then teach it to other people. Again, for something like that, you're going to have to learn how to speak better. You're going to have to learn how to talk, how to communicate, how to sell your ideas to people. You can even have somebody teach the course for you on your behalf and then charge. So, all in all, the idea is that around the space of AI, there is a lot opportunities. There's a lot of money flowing. Nate is not the only guy. There's a bunch of different YouTubers, guys I've seen pop off recently, and the thing that they have in common is just they're all doing some sort of side hustle with AI, and they're making good money. So if you're into this space, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and I will be making more videos like these. And I know